Hi, everybody. My name is Emily Hung, and I am the Residential Energy Advisor here at AMPED, also known as the Finger Lakes Clean Energy Hub. Today, we're going to do a brief overview of AMPED, AMP services, a short tech deep dive, as well as available state and local incentives that you could be eligible for. So just as a brief overview, AMPED is an initiative of the Climate Solutions Accelerator. The accelerator is primarily focused on community organizing and mobilization, organizational action for local businesses, and it's more policy-oriented goals for the Finger Lakes region. Whereas AMPED is more that one-on-one advisor support. We're working to electrify everything, and it's a smaller team of 3 or 4. A little bit more history about AMPED. So in 2014, the Rochester People's Climate Coalition was formed, and that was a volunteer organization based in the Finger Lakes region. And over the course of a couple of years, it became a registered nonprofit, changed its name to the Climate Solutions Accelerator, and then in 2021 adopted the Heat Smart campaign, which was our first campaign that was geared towards residential energy efficiency. We phased out Heat Smart branding, and in 2022, we became the Finger Lakes Clean Energy Hub underneath the NYSERDA Regional Clean Energy Hub program. And we are now AMPED. And just a couple goals that we have as AMPED. We want to support our community's transition to clean vehicles and clean buildings powered by carbon-free electricity. We offer that free and impartial support to local households, businesses, and nonprofits. And our main goal is primarily to connect people to state and federal programs that can help subsidize the cost of home repairs and electrification costs. And the services we offer, we have our free energy advisor call service. That's Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., depending on holidays. And usually the phone calls are 10 to 30 minutes, and we go over a little bit about your information so we can find out what programs you're eligible for. We get you set up with the applications and connections you need. We also have a suite of vetted contractors that we work closely with that we know do good work, so we can send you referrals to those contractors. We do a lot of community outreach, tabling presentations, all around the 9-county Finger Lakes region. And to clarify, those counties are Monroe, Yates, Ontario, Orleans, Wyoming, Seneca, Wayne, Genesee, and Livingston. And I'll talk a little bit more about this later, but we do offer tax filing support for those tax rebates and credits through the Inflation Reduction Act. And a little bit about us, our energy advisors. My name is Emily again, and I am the residential energy advisor, primarily working with single family homes and 1 to 4 unit homes. Brett is our commercial and nonprofit energy advisor, so he's mainly working with local businesses, churches, and nonprofits. And Lee is our multifamily and mobile home energy advisor, so he's primarily working with apartments, 5+ unit buildings, landlords, and mobile home communities. And just in our a little bit over a year of AMPED existing, we've worked with over 1,600 residents, and 306 of them have enrolled in state or federal programs. And a little under 40% of our residents fall within NYSERDA designated disadvantaged communities. So all in all, we're trying to ensure equitable access to clean energy technology and information. So we're going to do a really quick tech deep dive going over energy efficient appliances and things in your home that you could upgrade, as well as how a typical energy audit works in your home. So our first appliance is a heat pump, which is a electric version of a furnace. So this is how you heat and cool your home. Air source heat pumps, there are 2 different kinds. There's ducted and there's mini split. So ducted heat pumps are going to work with the existing ductwork in your home to deliver that heating and cooling, versus mini splits, which are kind of, they look like air conditioning or fan units, and they're mounted on the wall or on the ground, and those are connected to the outdoor unit. And that is how the heating or cooling is delivered into the home. A little bit more about the science of heat pumps. They operate off of pressure differentials, so hot goes to cold, right? It doesn't generate its own heat like a standard natural gas furnace would, for example. It moves heat. So, for example, in the winter, it's cold outside, you want to heat your home, it takes the warm air, the heat from outside, and moves it indoors so your home is warm. Versus in the summer and you want your home to be cool, it takes the heat from inside your house and moves it outside. And because it's moving heat instead of generating heat by combustion, it's 3 to 5 times more efficient than any other form of HVAC system. And really great bonus is it does heating and cooling. So it's one unit and it does air conditioning and heating. I will say though, if your home is not equipped to handle more than 200 amps, you would need an electrical wiring and panel upgrade. And despite what many people think, heat pumps can operate in sub-freezing temperatures. There are cold climate heat pumps that are currently available on the market and are being used in our region now. The other type of heat pump is a geothermal heat pump. So instead of pulling the heat from the air and moving it, it's going to utilize pipes that are underground or through an open loop of water to heat and cool your home. There's a very high upfront cost to geothermal, but if you're planning on staying in your home for 20 to 25 years, this could be a really good investment for you. Another really great option is a heat pump hot water heater. This is a much easier one. It's just a one-to-one replacement of your original hot water heater. You want to install it, plug in your new one, and set it up with your water system, and you're all set. Traditional hot water heaters are a large source of energy consumption in the home, and heat pump hot water heaters are 2 to 3 times more efficient, which is where the energy savings comes in. Induction cooktops are also a really great option. Unlike its electric stove and gas stove counterparts, induction cooktops use electromagnetic fields to heat the cookware itself and not the actual surface of the stove. It's 3 times more efficient than a traditional gas stove, and this is a really great option for folks who want to reduce their emissions inside their home. A lot of people don't think about how cooking and running your gas stove inside your home is one of the biggest pollutants inside your home. Another great option is residential and community solar. So residential solar is, installing that in your yard or on your roof. There is that high upfront purchase and installation cost, but it actually now is the cheapest it's ever been to install solar. That electricity goes straight into your house for you to use, or if you're not actively using electricity, what net metering does is it takes that electricity you've generated in your home, moves it onto the grid for immediate use, and then when you actually need electricity, you can pull from the grid. And there's currently IRA incentives available to help subsidize the cost of installation. Community solar is a really great option for homeowners for some reason or another cannot install solar panels on their home. If it's too covered by trees or if it's just not oriented in the right way. And it's also a great option for renters. This is getting your electricity from solar farms that are established from offsite the home. So there are various locations around the area. There's little to no upfront cost for community solar. Typically, it's a monthly or annual fee you pay, or it's just an automatic deduction from your savings on your utility bill. And just to go a little bit over the energy audit process, every home in New York State is eligible to get a free energy audit. If you're paying for your utilities through RG&E or National Grid, for example, you'd be eligible to get an energy audit. If you're in the town of Fairport or Holly, New York, for example, where there's municipal electricity, there's a different process to get access to an energy audit. But an energy audit, typically you're going to find out how much energy your home is using, how efficient it is, and how to improve your savings and comfort. And a little bit more about the energy audit process. Typically it takes 2 to 4 hours. A contractor is going to come to your home and first off, they're going to walk around the exterior, do an assessment of the building envelope. They're going to check on your hot water heater, your furnace, appliances, whatnot, and make minor modifications such as changing out your light bulbs for LED or installing CO or smoke alarms. One of the bigger things that they do is called the blower door test, and that's used to calculate the heat load of a home and how drafty it is. Blower door tests are really important to accurately size a heat pump to your home as well. Basically, you're going to close all your windows and they're going to set up a large fan on the main door of your house. and that fan is going to create negative pressure in their house. And that is how they determine how leaky it is and where there's drafts and whatnot. After the whole energy audit's done, the contractor is going to discuss recommendations and the results of the audit with the resident or homeowner. And we always recommend anybody get an energy audit. I think even if you have gotten one recently or you've never gotten one and you don't think you need to, I think it's really great because you get to learn a little bit more about how your home works. And if it's free, it's free. So that was the overview of the tech deep dive, all the different appliances that are out there. You're probably wondering how one would pay for all of that, because electrifying your home is an expensive and lofty cost, right? So we're going to go over a couple electrification incentives and home weatherization incentives. One of the biggest programs that we recommend to people is the Empower Plus program. And that is an income-based program run by New York State. Renters and homeowners are eligible. The process is just a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. Through the Empower Plus program is where people can get a free energy audit. And depending on if you are 80% or lower of the AMI of your area, you could receive up to a $10,000 grant to complete those energy efficiency upgrades for your home. Or if you're in the moderate income tier, you would receive up to $5,000. There is also additional financing available through NYSERDA for the Empower Plus program and the Comfort Homes program I'll mention later to fund the remaining cost of the work in case it goes over. And through the IRA, they are providing additional funds to cover stuff like heat pump hot water heaters, heat pumps, and upgrading your panel box. So the next program I want to talk about is the Comfort Homes program. This is also run by NYSERDA, and this is for our more market rate residents. This is also energy audit included. So after the energy audit, the contractor is going to recommend a series of packages based on how much work needs to be done in the home. So for example, if you just want to seal and insulate the attic and rim joist, you would receive a $1,600 incentive to help cover the cost of that work. And then the incentive increases with the amount of additional work that gets added. Additionally, if you wanted to get a heat pump installed within 2 years of your initial project being completed, you could get an additional incentive to help cover the cost of that. Another program that is currently out there is the Weatherization Assistance Program. This is a federally funded program administered through Action Through a Better Community in the Rochester area. And they assist homeowners with necessary repairs to weatherize their homes, improve their energy efficiency, and health and safety. And this is grant-based. And I'll talk a little bit about HEAP in a second, but if you are eligible for HEAP, you are eligible for this program. HEAP is the Home Energy Assistance Program, and these are one-time grants available to assist residents with paying their utility bills. This is only during the heating season, so fall and winter. And you can reapply for it every single year. And your eligibility is based on your income, your household size, age, and your primary heating source. And you do receive that one-time grant, but there's also a suite of other benefits that come with HEAP. So there's the emergency heat benefit if you're in a no heat situation, clean and tune of your furnace, and there's also the HEAP cooling benefit. So if you or anyone in your household is heat vulnerable or qualifies for the HEAP cooling benefit, you could receive a free box fan or AC unit. Next, I want to talk about the Inflation Reduction Act. I've been talking about it a lot, but it is a federally passed act that provides a lot of incentives for energy efficiency. Most of these are in the form of tax credits. So that's typically 30% off of many different purchase and installation of appliances like heat pumps, hot water heaters, storage batteries, purchasing an electric vehicle, EV chargers, insulation, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's eligible. These can be stacked on top of New York State incentives to maximize your savings. And they're continuously rolling out new implementations of the program. So I would definitely keep an eye on it and see if there's anything you could benefit from in the future. And I just wanted to put this in here. There are many different programs available for multifamily 5+ unit buildings, as well as commercial and nonprofit organizations. A couple include like AMEP, the Affordable Multifamily Energy Efficiency Program, and for businesses, there's Green Jobs, Green New York, and various utility rebate programs. If you have any questions about these or about any of the residential incentives, feel free to reach out to any of us and we'd be happy to talk you through it. So that was kind of an overview of AMP services and appliances available and energy efficiency incentives. We love to do presentations like this. We love to table and be out and about, but I think the best way for you to get involved is to get an energy audit and go through these programs yourself to electrify your home. And if you know of any friends and family who you think would qualify for these programs, we would love to get in touch with them. And if you wanted to learn more information about electrifying your home and the whole process, we really recommend the Rewiring America Electric Coach program. I did it myself and I found it really beneficial. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us. Our email is there where Brett, Lee, and I all have access to it and we check it frequently. Here's our phone number, and the link ampproject.org/book will take you directly to our booking website. And let me see if I can move my head here. This is the QR code if you want to go ahead and scan it, and that will set you up to schedule an energy advisor call. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me today. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you so much. And we're looking forward to working with you in the future.